Hey, Corey. Hey, Wendy. Hey, Carolyn. Hey, Feisty. Tamsin. Ion. Ion? Ion? Something like that? Is that it? Nebria. Krusty, what's going on? Valkyrie, Foxy. How's everybody doing today? Miko, what's up? Tara, happy Friday. Good news. I don't have any news. I don't have any news. Taurus, Valador, how you doing? I'm like kind of sick. I'm not like sick, but I'm kind of sick. So I'm not doing great. I'm really tired. I'm really tired. That's okay. It's okay. Can we call members the polycule? I don't hate that. I don't hate it. I go all that. Sorry, Brenda. I apologize. No, but I'll survive it. I ought to go to bed. I tried to go lay down. Like I napped for a little bit, and then like I couldn't really sleep. So I got up and I had to go drop Summer off, and so I'm here for a bit. I'm not going to be here for super long. I already told you guys that yesterday. This is a shorter one. I have some regularly scheduled. Well, not regularly scheduled. That's the problem. Is that it's not regularly scheduled. But I have some scheduled downtime for my brain starting in a couple hours. So yeah, I should change my members. I think they should be the Polly Pockets. I think that is. I think that's the correct thing. Take some Alka Seltzer Cold Plus, and I guarantee you'll feel good in 24 hours. I don't need to feel good in 24 hours. I need to feel good now. Okay. I think there's a cure for that too, but I have to drive later. So that was the actual cure to COVID. I don't know if you know that or not. Yeah. Literal straight bourbon. It's not. Don't fight me on it. I think it's true. So whatever. It's just being stupid, dude. So you gotta do it old school. Like, oh, your toddler, your infant has a toothache. Just do some whiskey about it. Disassociate. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. That's what I'm talking about. But I have to do stuff later. You're working hard to implement communism? Honey says he's working hard. He or she is working hard to implement communism. How's that going? I wish you the best. I hope you get it done. I hope you get it done. You're doing great, okay? Or not really. You're actually not really doing great, but good for you. I'm just gonna drink my kiwi strawberry Celsius, and just keep it moving. Yeah, just do it old school. Do it old West style. Just do some whiskey about it. You know, you probably have mania. You probably need to get the leeches on you, right? You probably need to get some leeches on you, and then go get like a decent little lobotomy. That'll cure your cold. Some leeches, some bourbon, and a quick lobotomy. Eye doctor. I could be a doctor. I got this. I probably have like scurvy, or I probably have dysentery. That's what it is. I'm trying to think of just like old diseases. I can't even call them old diseases anymore, because if RFK stays in office any longer, we might bring back dysentery and like scurvy. Like that's a total possibility. Like if he still keeps running, like, running all this stuff, we might have to deal with scurvy again. It might be a thing. Black plague? Wow. Was that like black ice? You never can be too afraid of the black ice. I was just minding my own business, trying to get money out of the ATM, and then all of a sudden, crazy, sneaky black ice snuck up behind me and almost robbed me of my balance. Remember that black ice is just a product of its environment. You didn't rob me of you guys. You see you never seen that? You've never seen that Key and Peele skit? Yeah, it's a whole Key and Peele skit about, like, dude, it's hilarious. You got to watch it. I think you are, Ann. Remember, the black ice didn't ask to be here. Okay. Just remember, the black ice is no more dangerous than that white snow. All right. What do I have on my? People can't go to work due to white snow. I can't believe some of you guys have not heard this. I've never seen that skit. That is wild. That is absolutely crazy to me that some of you guys haven't seen that skit. You guys gotta go. It's so fun. I wish I would totally play it, but I'm pretty sure that's like 97 copyright violations. So it's the weather skit. It's the weather skit from Key and Peele. where the two anchors are white and then like the weather guy is black, and they keep talking about how bad black ice is. And the whole thing's just like a euphemism and a double entendre. It's like the whole thing is, and then at the end they're just like, so why black people are ruining America? It's the most ridiculous skit. You have to watch it. It's hilarious. It's dumb, but it's hilarious. Anyways, y'all, can we double tap that screen for a second? We're not even at 5,000 likes yet, which means I can't even bring up my backup account. We can't even start taking guests yet. I don't have that long to be here, y'all. We've been on for like 15 minutes and don't have 5,000 likes. I don't know what we're doing here. Struggling over here. I know I'm on early, and I know it's a short day, but I mean, come on, y'all. Gotta at least act like we've been here before. All right. Oh, thank you, MCM. I appreciate that. This one will be a little bit more calm. We're early in the day. We're not going to be on for very long. I still have to go pack and stuff. So, not going to be a super long day. We're already getting calls, though. That's cool. Guess I can open up the phone line since I'm not going to be on that long. Adjust your attitude. Adjust my attitude? My attitude is perfectly and amazingly freaking refined. All right? My attitude is like fine wine. It's very refined. It's very... It's just enough attitude to get under your skin. That's what it is. That's what I like about it. It's not enough attitude to be rude, but just enough to annoy MAGA. You know? Which I think is an important trait, if you ask me. Are we getting attitude requests? Can you be meaner? I did take an attitude request last night. I don't normally do that, but I did take one yesterday. Someone asked me if I could be more condescending, so I just, I hooked him up. And I could be, I could be a lot more condescending. Funny enough. I have barely even close to reach the extent of my condescending. Yeah. I can be much. That wasn't even my cap, to be completely honest with you. I could have gone much worse. Condescending is kind of my specialty, if you want to be completely clear. All right. Oh, look at that. I like that message from Silver Speaks. I'm going to throw that out for a second. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Well, if you still support Trump, you can hit the guest request button, or you can call in at the phone number over my head, which you can't see right now because I have it covered. But I want y'all to read that message. This is I accidentally clicked on. This is just weird. And just to let you know that like whenever I hear you say this, like I know two things. One, you didn't have a father that loved you. That's the first thing. And two, you are definitely the submissive in bed. Just thought I'd let you know. Like, and that's fine. Like, I'm not judging the second one. That's totally cool. But I know whenever I hear this, I'm like, you're the one who gets tied up. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's probably some pegging involved, because I've never heard women say this. It's always men. So I assume there's some pegging involved whenever I see this. But yeah, so pretty much it's a lot of, it's definitely some lack of father love and a lot of pegging. So just to let you know, like that's what whenever you say that, that's what I hear in my head. Yeah, Corey, I now see that you said that also. Yeah. So Do what you want with that information. Okay. Like, I'm not asking you to change. If that's what you're into, that's totally cool. You know, I'm just saying that's how you present to everyone else. All right. Hello. How are
Hello?
you?
Hello?
Hi. How are you?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm great. How old are you?
19.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
I would classify myself as an independent. I mean, I agree with some of the stuff he's doing, but not everything.
Oh, so just like, so yeah, you're a Trump supporter. Cool. That's a lot of words to say
Yeah,
that.
yeah, I
Yeah.
would say I'd
Yeah.
rather Trump than Kamala.
Yeah. I mean, you might as well say I like fascism more than democracy, but it's still kind of weird.
I mean, fascism is pushing it. He's not a
No, it's
fascist.
not. It's not pushing it at all.
All right, classify fascism.
Yeah, it's palingenetic ultranationalism.
I just do not think he's a fascist at all.
You don't even know what words I just said.
I honestly don't. I really don't.
I know because you just completely ignored them, right? If you understood what I said, you would have addressed what I said. And instead of that, you just went, oh, I just don't think. And that's the problem, sir, is that you're saying, well, I'm just saying, sir, like you're claiming that someone's not fascist, but you don't know what fascism is, right?
Okay, can we talk about two things, all right? I just want to get, let's just go one at a time. Can we do that?
I thought we were on one thing. I didn't think we were on multiple things at all.
Something else. I want to switch to something else. I just want to talk about, because this is a major argument against Trump that a lot of lefties keep pushing about the Epstein files. Why did Biden not do anything with the Epstein files?
Sure. Easy. It was still under active investigation. You can't release files under an active investigation.
But then why was there no backlash for it though?
Because it was still under an active investigation and you can't release files on something during an ongoing investigation.
Kamala was asked this on Jimmy Kimmel, I believe, and she said she didn't want the administration to be involved in
Justice Department affairs. Yeah, agreed. I also don't want Donald Trump to be involved in DOJ affairs, but Donald Trump decided that he was going to be anyway.
But they just said today he wasn't involved. They said the White House was not involved at all.
Wasn't involved in what?
In the release of the files. They said the White House had no.
They don't get that. They don't get that choice to say that now.
What do you mean? They just said that.
Well, they can say that now, but there was an executive order Donald Trump signed back in January that made very clear that he was the head of the DOJ.
Okay.
So he doesn't get to come out as president. So first of all, the Epstein files were under an ongoing investigation. As soon as Trump came in, they ended that investigation. So now there's no excuse for that. Then Donald Trump came out, signed an executive order saying that I'm in charge of the DOJ. So now we know that he's in charge of the Department of Justice. See, that never happened with Biden. See, traditionally, right, presidents have made sure that they have left the DOJ independent, right? Because they don't want to get involved in stuff like that because it gives the appearance of impropriety. You can see that, right? If the president of the United States, the vice president of the United States is going out of their way to involve themselves in matters of justice, right? Then the Justice Department doesn't seem to be, like fair or non-judgmental. They're just a tool of the executive, right? And so presidents since Nixon, pretty much, right, have left the DOJ to work autonomously outside of the executive. Donald Trump came in and was like, no, I don't like that anymore, and I want to be in charge of the DOJ. Fine, whatever. The DOJ works for the executive. He can do that, but you don't get, and that's fine. It's whatever. If he wants to do that, that's fine. But then he doesn't get out of making DOJ decisions, right? So now every decision that DOJ makes is his decision. And one of those is being in violation of the law and not releasing the Epstein files.
Okay.
This was his own bed he put himself in, man.
Yeah, I do disagree with some of the stuff he was doing with it, like calling it a hoax and stuff. That's
Donald Trump calls everything a hoax that he doesn't like. He called affordability a hoax.
I just don't like the double standards that are being played.
There is no double standard, sir.
But what about the 3 million immigrants that were deported under Obama, and now that Trump's doing it, now he's getting all the backlash? I understand the ICE how they're overstepping boundaries and they're killing people, which is not right at all. But I just don't like the double standards that being
Again, no double standards, sir.
How is that not double standards?
Because nobody has complained about just deporting people. Okay, that's what the freaking Fox News says. Fox News comes on and they go, "Oh, the left hates deporting people." And that was never said. No one ever said that. Okay, but it's a false equivalency to claim that what Donald Trump is doing is anywhere close to what Biden did, what Obama did, what Clinton did, what Bush did. What Donald Trump is doing is not an equivalency to any of those things.
Yeah. So can you go more into detail about that?
Yeah, sure. I'll give a perfect example. Minnesota is a great example of this, right? Where Donald Trump, first of all, made ICE the seventh, like the same fund, gave ICE the same funding as the entire Israeli military. Did you know that?
No, I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, ICE has the exact same funding as the IDF, the Israeli military. In case you want to put it in perspective of how big it is, they sent 3,000, armed agents into a city that is not only not a very big city, but actually has a quite small immigrant population, right? Mm-hmm. They sent them in and they've just been arresting and detaining and apprehending anybody that they think might look Latino. In fact, in court, they argued that they needed to be able to racially profile people in order to do their job. Right? Mm-hmm. So they're picking up they did it in DC too, where they're just grabbing Uber drivers off of bicycles just because they look Latino, asking people for their papers randomly on the streets, beating up people. There's a systematic separation of families, right? Removing children from their families. And they're doing and that happened under Obama, but that happened accidentally, that happened through attrition, that happened in bad situations. And it was very much attacked, right? Under Trump, it's part of the system. That's part of it, right? And then you have this, these ICE agents who are not qualified to do their job. They're going into cities. They're beating up and grabbing people just for videotaping them, which is people's First Amendment right? They're shooting American citizens. They're building concentration camps, okay? They're literally building concentration camps in the United States to house migrants, right? So this is not about... saying it's about deportations is just you trying to freaking make a some type of baseline, right? This is about deportations the same way that technically a Cessna and an F-35 are both airplanes. Yeah, they are, all right, but putting them as equivalents to each other is just crazy, right? Or an Airbus 380A, right? They're both technically airplanes. I mean, they all are airplanes, but the way that they fly, what they do, their purpose, their entire mission, how everything around them is completely different.
Would you classify yourself as a Democrat?
No, because no one classifies themselves as a Democrat. You can't classify yourself as a Democrat. Either you are a registered Democrat or you are not.
Are you a registered Democrat?
No.
So, but what would you classify yourself as?
Why do I need to classify myself as anything?
You want to okay, so you're an independent then, right?
Nope. Independent is a party.
Okay, but I'm saying so on most issues you support Democrats more than Republicans, correct?
I guess technically, yeah.
But
not because they're Democratic policies. It's because I have certain freaking moral and political stances, and the Democratic Party is closer to them than the Republicans are. But I probably disagree with Democratic policies more than I probably more about half their policies, probably, to be completely honest with you.
Okay, so you do disagree with some Democratic policies.
I'm not a Democrat.
But I'm saying what I'm asking is, did you disagree with anything from the Biden administration?
Of course, I disagreed with a whole bunch of shit from the Biden administration.
Okay. I was just checking for bias. I wasn't sure if you were being biased or you're actually looking at it.
No, sir, you're the one being biased because you're the one who thinks that people need... Sir, you're already biased when you're already asking, oh, what do you classify yourself as? Sir, just your... just your need alone to need a classification from somebody shows your bias.
No, I don't think you should even be affiliated with, I think you should just be in the middle and either agree with their policies.
Oh, I'm nowhere near the middle.
So you're nowhere near the middle.
No, the middle is a stupid place to be. The middle doesn't exist.
Why do you say that?
Because you're right now, if you're in the middle between Trump and and the Democrats, you're in between fascism and democracy, and you can't be in between fascism and democracy. If you're in between fascism and democracy, you're a fascist. Okay, if you're in between human rights and non-human rights, right? Human rights, which the Democrats are fighting for, and the lack of humanity and the lack of human rights that the Trump administration is fighting for, then you're just against human rights. You don't get to balance that middle, right? There is no middle in there, right? You don't get to be in the middle of that, right? I have a very structured and understood stance of what I believe about human rights, about democracy, about the Constitution, about the rule of law, about about all of those things, right? And whoever meets those goals is who I stand by. But I can't be in the middle of one side and the other of these things.
Yeah.
Right? So you saying you're in the middle is not you. People in the like people like to say like, oh, I'm in the middle, and they say that because they think it makes them seem more like unbiased and like whatever. It doesn't, right? It just makes you seem like a fence rider who doesn't have any actual principles that you stand on. Because
can I explain?
Because the middle always changes because the right and left always changes.
Well, can I explain to you why I picked Donald Trump instead of Kamala Harris last election?
I don't really care too much about the last election, but sure.
I mean, can I explain it to you though? I just want to explain because they took zero accountability for Biden's. He was obviously not all the way there by then. Can you agree with that? Like, that's not like,
sir.
From all
what Biden, sir? What Biden, whatever mental acuity or whatever Biden had nothing to do with Kamala Harris being an astronomically better. Sir. I'm still speaking. What Biden had to do, what anything had to do with Biden had nothing to fucking do that Kamala Harris was an insanely better candidate than Trump. Donald Trump's never taken accountability for anything. Donald Trump tried to steal an entire election in the United States and never took accountability for it. Donald Trump raped someone and didn't take accountability for it. Donald Trump is a felon who never took accountability for it. Donald Trump hasn't taken accountability for a goddamn thing that he's ever done. Okay, so when you're talking about fucking like, oh, someone's not taking accountability, voting for Donald Trump because of Kamala Harris not taking accountability for something is a joke.
I really disagree with you there.
So what do you think is worse, sir? Let's just say Joe Biden wasn't all there. Okay. Yeah. Whatever. He was older. The way you guys make it sound is crazy because literally everything that you guys complained about Joe Biden and the examples you gave of Joe Biden being like not all there, Donald Trump is literally doing all of them right now, and you guys aren't saying anything. Okay.
That is false. Don't even like some of the shit Joe Biden.
Name me one thing. Name me one, dude. Name me anything that you said that Biden did. Anything, and I can play a video of Donald Trump doing the same thing.
All right.
Like recently.
Oh, recently. I can't
name anything Donald Trump has done, anything that Biden, you claimed Biden did in his first presidency, and I will play you a video of Donald Trump doing it since he took president a year ago. 500 cup. No, just tell me, sir. I don't need you to play a crazy video like from outside of your speaker.
Why? You don't want to hear that?
I'll play it myself. I don't care. I know what Biden did.
He obviously wasn't fully there.
Sir, why don't you just tell me an example? Sir, tell me an example of something that that Biden did that showed that he wasn't there.
A policy example, correct?
No, anything.
His fucking speeches, he sounded retarded, honestly.
Dude, did you not just hear Donald Trump talk at Davos?
I heard him speak, yes.
Did you watch his whole speech?
I didn't watch. I watched.
Oh, okay. He literally blanked out. He wasn't talking about anything. He was literally rambling. He could not stay on topic whatsoever. He was literally holding himself up on the podium because he couldn't stand. He was using the entire thing as on a stand. He called Greenland Iceland. Okay, didn't even know which country he was freaking talking about attacking. Right? Started going off and talking to world leaders about how freaking bad they are and how the 2020 election was stolen from him. He literally could not say anything. He sounded like a literal freaking nursing home patient. That was 2 weeks ago. Or a week ago. I don't even know how long it was. Literally
Do you agree-
stuttering,
do you agree with
slurring all of
anything-
his words, all of it.
Do you agree with anything Trump has done? Like,
Sir,
a
sir,
single
we're
thing?
not changing topics.
I'm not
Stop. No,
changing-
listen to what I'm saying, sir. Okay? When Biden did it, you said he was not mentally fit to be president. When Trump does it, you ignore it. Okay? This has nothing to do with the mental acuity of the person. Okay? This has everything to do with you didn't like Biden, so everything that he does, okay, is wrong, and you like Trump, so when Trump does the exact same thing, you ignore it. Okay? That's why I say being in the middle is a lie. You're a lie. Because if you were truly independent, if you were truly looking at things from a completely objective standpoint, you would literally see that every single thing that you claimed on Biden, Donald Trump is doing right now. But you're not doing that. And you refuse to do that because you're not in the middle. You're on the right and you're a partisan simp.
No.
Yes, you are. I'm not asking your opinion. I'm informing you.
I'm not.
You
I'm
are.
in the middle.
You are.
I'm really not. I'm really not.
You really are.
I'm really not.
I'm
You
not asking
agree
your
with
opinion,
Biden?
sir.
Biden indirectly
Sir,
killed American
Biden
civilians.
wasn't running
Biden
against
indirectly
Kamala Harris.
killed-
Hey,
Biden indirectly killed- Biden indirectly killed-
hey. Kamala Harris was running against Trump.
Okay,
Kamala Harris.
but
We're
Kamala
talking
Harris
about why
supports-
the way you voted in the last election, and Biden you didn't vote for. Biden you couldn't have voted for. It was Kamala Harris. And your entire point behind not voting for Kamala Harris is you literally said because she didn't say something about, or she lied about frickin' Biden, when literally Donald Trump frickin' raped people and lied about it.
That's not true. He didn't rape people. He was.
Oh, just a person?
It was a civil lawsuit.
A civil. Oh, gotcha.
Biden had
Guys,
something
it's
too.
okay. Guys,
Let's
it's
not act
okay.
let's not act like
It's
Biden
only-
didn't have something too. What about Bill Clinton? Like, you're not like.
I don't give a
You're
shit
not
about Bill
like-
Clinton. If Bill Clinton did something wrong, send him to jail. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit about Biden. You have proof that Biden freaking sexually assaulted him? Send him to jail for the rest of his life.
Why do you think?
Why do you, sir? Why do you think I give a flying fuck about which party someone is in when they sexually assault people? Is that what you think? Is that how you are, sir? Sir,
you just said you
sir,
can't be in
that
the
is
middle.
what's
You're
sad.
left-leaning. You're left-leaning.
I'm not left-leaning. I'm all the
Yes,
way to the
you
fucking
are.
left.
You are. You're biased.
I'm not
You're so
left-leaning.
biased.
I am all the way to the left. I am not leaned in any way, shape, or form. The Democrats are a conservative party in my book. I am in no way left-leaning, but what I am is objective. And objectively, Donald Trump sexually assaulted E. Jean Carroll, penetrated her with his fingers against her will, and was found adjudicated in a court of law to have done so. And you don't care about that, but you won't vote for Kamala Harris because Biden wasn't freaking all there. You're out of your mind. Donald Trump literally stole $400 million from kids with cancer, frauded a children's cancer charity for $400 million.
I did not know about that. Can you go more into detail about that?
Yeah, he funneled money that was supposed to go to a children's charity into the Trump organization, was sued for it, found to have done it, had to pay the $400 million back, and is no longer allowed to run a charity in the state of New York due to it.
When did this happen?
2016.
2016. God damn.
Donald Trump's a 34 times felon. Donald Trump said he had sex in common with his daughter. Donald Trump sexualized the 10-year-olds. Donald Trump is currently covering up the Epstein files. But no, it's okay. We can't vote for Kamala Harris because Biden wasn't all mentally there.
How are you going to say he's covering it up when he's releasing it? Like, that makes no fucking sense.
Excuse me. Do you know when Donald Trump could have released these?
Oh, my. Biden could have released them.
No, he couldn't have. It was an ongoing investigation. We already discussed it, sir. Sir, I'm sorry. I don't like going back over parts of conversation we've already gone through, especially when I've already walked you on it. Okay? So I'm not going to go through the entire, it was an ongoing investigation thing over all again just because you didn't comprehend it the first time. Okay?
You're just like, it's
just great English sentence.
I'm just, I'm just thinking about the things you're saying. It's just
You should think about a lot of the things I'm saying and the things you're saying.
Okay, ask something. If
Yeah.
a president came up, okay, say he had better policies than the other candidate, but this president, he did some questionable things in the past, like whatever the fuck he did.
Some
The allegations
questionable
of-
things in the past. You're going to
if-
have to be more specific, sir.
Whatever, fucking raping someone. He raped
Oh,
someone.
then no,
okay?
they're not qualified to be president.
If he had better policies.
I don't give a shit if they're the best policies. I don't care if those policies came directly from Jesus. I don't care. Because most of the decisions that a president makes happens behind closed doors and rely on his morality or her morality. So I say his because it's always been a his. But they rely on their morality. They are not in policy objectives. They rely on their morality. And as soon as their entire morality has been destroyed, okay, their integrity has been lost, okay, then they are no longer qualified to be president. Because I would rather have somebody that actually has good moral standing and maybe not the best policies than somebody that just says a whole bunch of stuff and then has no moral standing, because then you have no ability to trust that they're actually going to do those things. Just like Donald Trump, who had all of these policy objectives and has accomplished almost none of them and is doing a whole bunch of other stuff because he is morally reprehensible.
But I'm just. You keep talking about the Eugene Carroll shit, but it was a civil lawsuit. He was never charged. Like,
why wasn't he charged, sir?
Why wasn't he charged? Because it was a civil lawsuit.
Why was it a civil lawsuit and not a criminal one?
He wanted money, obviously.
No, because the statute of limitations had passed. You ding dong. You don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
You know what a statute of limitations is?
Yes, it's how far they can go back for a crime.
There you go. And since the statute of limitations had passed, it could not be a criminal suit. It does not change the fact that it was a bunch of evidence produced in front of a jury that unanimously said he did it based on the evidence in a court of law. Hell, it doesn't matter if it was criminal anyway. You all voted in a 34 times felon. Why would you have cared if it was criminal?
I wouldn't have cared, honestly.
I know you wouldn't have, so I don't know why you're pretending like you do now.
But I don't think, they're still appealing it, right?
Sir, I don't care if they're appealing it. Right? Did you actually look at the court transcripts? Sorry, I don't know why I asked you if you looked at the court transcripts. Of course you didn't look at the court transcripts, so therefore you did not look at the evidence, so you did not look at anything that the judge said, and you didn't look at any of these things. Okay. And then since you didn't look at any of these things, if you did, you would not be having this conversation with me. Okay. All you're doing now is just justifying rape, which is just sad.
I'm not justifying nothing.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
No.
Yes, you are.
You're gonna tell me I'm justifying it. I'm not.
I just did.
Anything.
Did you not hear me?
I just heard you.
Good. I want to make sure I didn't stutter or anything.
You're not stuttering.
Okay.
You're good. I don't know. I'm just like, the whole thing about that, I don't know much about it, obviously. I don't know a lot about it. But why did she bring it up all these years later? Like, it just makes
that was
no
in the
sense.
court
like,
documents too, sir. But again, I don't think you really want to continue this because you already told me, sir, you already told me that even if he had been convicted in a criminal court, you still wouldn't have cared. So why does it matter?
If his policies are better.
His policies aren't better. We have a worse economy now, a higher unemployment rate. We've lost over 1 million jobs last year. We're at a worse freaking spot in the world stage. We're weaker on almost every single thing. All of his policies have failed. So his policies aren't better. The only thing Donald Trump had from people like you, okay, the only thing Donald Trump had is that he was a man, not a woman. Okay? That's all he had, which is the only reason.
You think that's why he won?
Can you please tell me the man that Donald Trump has ever beaten in an election?
He hasn't. He won against fucking Biden and lost.
Yeah. Every time he's faced a man, he's lost. You know why? Because in this country, misogynistic people like you, okay, care more about somebody's gender than they do about their policies. And anytime you put Donald Trump up against somebody, okay, when it comes to a policy discussion, he loses if it's a man. And as soon as it's a woman, they lose. He loses. Or he wins. Because you guys care more about what's in between someone's legs than what their actual policies were.
So you think the only reason Kamala Harris lost was because of?
I don't think that's the only reason. I think that's the reason he lost, according to you. I think that your inability to forget, that your ability to say that you don't even care whether it was a criminal freaking conviction or not, you still would have voted him, says all I need to know about you.
I care more about fucking policy.
No, honestly. You don't, because his policy sucks too.
His policies don't suck.
What policy does he have that's good?
I don't know specific fucking.
Then how can you tell me that his policy is good if you literally don't know any policies? How literally you just said the word, sir, you just said the words to me. His policy is better 4 times. I asked you to name one policy that was good and you can't name one. That's insane. Sir, that's fine. Being 19 is totally fine. Being 19 and trying to talk politics when you don't know anything about it is sad.
I'm not.
Okay? I knew way more than you at 19. I knew way more than you at 17. Okay? So I don't know like how that's a thing.
Okay, good for you.
I know. It was good for me. It's called having good parents.
Okay, good parents. All right, good for you, bro. Like you got fucking taught politics. I'm trying to.
Dude, we're at like 8th grade civics class. I don't know, like.
Okay, good for you. I'm trying to fucking learn. I'm asking questions.
If you're going to learn, then go learn from the chat. Up here is for us to have conversations with adults about politics. Okay.
Okay, you're a fucking 30-year-old with 100 people in your life. Get a life, you little faggot.
There's literally 2,000 people watching me right now. There's literally 2,000 people watching me right now. Off schedule on a Friday. There's 1,000 there, another 900 there, another 200 over on that live. There's 2,000 people watching. Okay. And I usually get on at like 6:30 Monday through Thursday. I'm usually not even on Fridays. I'm on for a quick hour. I'm barely even I didn't even think I'd have this many people on here, but I don't have 100, dude. I think I'll have 100 people in here at 3:00 in the morning on a Wednesday. All right. Red Storm, thank you so much for the $2. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Feisty, thank you so much for the 5 gifteds. I really, really appreciate that. Big W's in the chat for Feisty. Y'all, if you guys would like to support, I do have super chats open, super stickers, all that fun stuff. I do have my live gift goal going on here. We're about halfway through the DJ glasses. And of course, I have all my pay links, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. They're all at Polypolitics, just like my name. This is going to be a short live because this is a pre-vacation live because I'm getting ready to head out and go do some not politics for a couple days. So if you guys like support, it really does mean a lot. But more importantly than any of that, if you're new here, please hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button. We do normally do this almost every single day of the week. But we are taking the rest tonight off and tomorrow off too. So we'll be back on Sunday. We'll be back on Sunday for anybody who's missing. So, but I really appreciate the support. Thank you guys so much. Any donations will go directly to my my mani pedi that I have scheduled for tomorrow. I gotta get these. I gotta get these nails looking good. You know what I'm saying? Oh, single ladies. Oh, single ladies. Ew. Hello, how are you? Hello? Hello, how are you?
Hello?
Hi, how are you? All right, goodbye. Oh, single ladies. Oh, single ladies. Oh, single ladies. Tom, thank you so much for the $1. I really appreciate that. Tom also said, bro, put me on broski. This caller is dumb. Well, he was kind of that. That is kind of true. And Pete, thank you so much for $2. That just came in already dealing with idiots. Just right off the bat, we just get this going. Hello, how are you?
Hey, good. How are you?
I'm excellent. How old are you?
I am 48 years old.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
I wouldn't say I support Trump. I would say that I hope that that America does not fall into a worse situation that it's currently in. I don't necessarily think that Trump is the worst thing in the world, though, either.
Yeah, but he kind of is, though, isn't he?
No, I would say that my current position is that most of his policies actually mirror the policies that Clinton and Obama
That's a joke.
had when they were in office.
Like what?
Well, for instance, Obama was the president that stopped giving people due process. According to the ACLU 2014, 70% of all illegal immigrants who were deported without any due process.
Yeah, because we have rules in place for when someone gets due process and when they don't. Yeah, Donald Trump is not giving due process to people that are supposed to get it. And well, first of all, everybody gets due process. Let's be clear.
No, that's not true.
That is true.
And that's my point.
That is true. No, hold on. Who never got due process?
70% of the people that Obama deported. There's an ACLU article from 2014.
Okay.
If you would be so kind to inform yourself.
I'm very informed.
Okay, but you don't know that 70% of the people that Obama deported did not have due process.
Okay, let's pull up the article and see if that actually jives. What's the name of the article?
Let me see if I can find it. Hold on a second. I'm driving, so I apologize.
Yeah.
But if you just basically type into Google 2014 article due process or Obama lacks due process, it'll pull up.
Oh, this is the first thing that pulls up. Let's see.
And so my
No, I'm reading the article. Stand by.
That's fine. And my position would be that the Trump administration basically just
exactly. That's exactly what I thought this was going to say. Okay, so this says the United States is a no. We're going over your article now, sir. Sir, we're going over it. Sir, we're going over your article now. You told me to bring it up. Now we're going to talk about it. Thank you. The United States is a proud tradition of individualized due process. No matter who you are, everyone deserves their day in court. That's what I thought it was going to say. This is especially important for immigrants, many of whom might qualify for prosecutorial discretion, given their considerable roots in the United States, but who will only get the consideration if a judge can review the individual case and decide whether or not they must leave. This judicial review, a brief moment of individuality and impartiality within the system that often ignores both, is critical, yet alarming new evidence to surface at 3 or 4 removal cases. This does not happen. Yesterday, the Migration Policy Institute released the report, on the Obama administration immigration policy. One of the MPI's principal findings is that the deportation system has drastically changed the last 19 years, where the vast majority of people facing deportation at immigration court hearings due to a system of non-judicial removals were 75% removed, do not see a judge before being expelled. Correct. Now, let me be very, very clear that when I said that, okay, all of them got due process. Not all due process is seeing a judge. Okay? Right. Donald Trump...
So those were considered expedited.
I know what an expedited removal is, sir. That's why I'm getting ready to talk about it.
Okay, great.
Yeah, perfect. Expedited removals still have an ability to have due process, okay? An expedited removal only qualifies under certain circumstances when they are caught so close to a border, and then they can have an expedited removal without seeing a judge, right? And that is 100% correct.
Now, sir, I understand that. That policy was expanded under Trump.
Yeah, expanded to where nobody gets due process.
No, you're in the country illegally.
How do you know they're in the country illegally?
Well, when they're detained and they are unable to prove that they were came into the country legally.
Many people have had proof that they came into the country legally or that they're here legally, and ICE and Border Patrol have not allowed them to get it and detained them and sent them to prison anyway. So they were denied due process, sir. And then when they got to those detention centers, they were not given access to their lawyers or their family members or given a phone call or ability to call anyone. Therefore, they could not get the paperwork to show that they were here legally or that they came in this country legally. So therefore, they were denied due process.
Which is all legal under the Department of Homeland Security.
It is not.
Absolutely.
It is absolutely not.
Absolutely is. The Department of Homeland Security Act allows the Department of Homeland Security to detain and hold anyone for a period of time, up to 48 hours, I believe.
Yeah, people are being held for literal weeks, sir.
Okay. Well,
People are literally being sent to concentration camps.
Concentration camps. Tell me about that. What concentration
Yeah,
camps?
I would love to, but I would also like to finish the last 3 thoughts I tried to have before you've cut me off.
Which are? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, exactly. Sir, what I was saying was, okay, making the equivalency between Obama's deportation policies, Clinton deportation policies, and Trump deportation policies is a joke.
They're the same.
They're not. They're a joke. And let me explain. Again, sir, I would like to explain to you. How old did you say you were?
I'm listening. 48.
Okay, cool. Do you think we can try some quiet time for a second while I speak?
Go ahead.
Perfect. Thank you. Obama did deport a lot of people, and if Trump was just deporting a whole bunch of people, we wouldn't really have much of an issue. I think I'd be against it, but we wouldn't really have a big issue. But you know what, Obama and Clinton
why would you be against?
See, he seriously cannot be quiet. I cannot. I am not. Since this guy has been on the phone, I have not been allowed to get one singular full thought out without him speaking. I'm not answering any of your fucking questions until you let me finish a thought. So if you would like an answer to your question, you need to start by being quiet. Perfect. Thank you. Jesus fucking Christ. MAGA, please raise your children so I don't have to. This is absolutely crazy. Okay? What I was saying, sir, is under the Obama administration and the Clinton administration, we didn't have a bunch of freaking masked armed thugs going around beating up people, throwing people in the back of it. Talk while I'm talking again and I'm hanging up the phone. Last chance. All right. Would you have me do that since you have no freaking self-control?
I have self-control, sir.
I'm going to start talking again. Talk again while I'm talking. I'm hanging up the phone. Jesus Christ.
No home. His name in vain.
Hail Satan. Can we get a Hail Satan in the chat? I am not going to be on long enough to fucking sit here and freaking listen to this idiot. Holy shit. What I was trying to say, and I will go ahead and repeat what I'm trying to say for the 4th time, but I could not speak. Okay. Nowhere under the Obama administration, the Clinton administration, do we have a bunch of armed mass thugs going around and systematically doing family separation. We didn't have them freaking taking people without due process and freaking putting them in detention centers for weeks, if not months, without access to a lawyer or any family members. We didn't have them beating up American citizens, throwing them into SUVs and then throwing them out of the car freaking shots later. We didn't have them shooting American citizens in the face or in the back, right? We didn't have them strangling freaking migrants in detention centers and leaving them for dead and then lying about it. We didn't have the Department of Homeland Security coming out and saying that they're domestic terrorists after we watched videos of them murdering people. Okay? We didn't have any of those things. All you did have was a lot of deportations, right? And while I am against all of those deportations because I don't believe that they're helpful for us economically, they're not helpful for us as community, and it's just never good for when your government is putting in a policy of sending a bunch of mass people to go checking people's papers. Okay? I'd be against that. Making the equivalency between them is a joke, not to mention completely criminalizing asylum seeking. So, now we can let that guy respond. Oh, wait, he's gone. My bad. Moonlight, thank you so much for the $2. I really appreciate that. You from California talking about politics? Yeah, lots of people from California talking about politics. I had it from other places. It's crazy. Shush, thank you so much for the flower. Tom, thank you so much. I left a voicemail with my YT handle, Calmio. I've never checked my voicemails. I currently have 12,323 voicemails. I have literally never checked them. So if you're going to leave me a voicemail, just let you know I have never and will never check it. Okay? 12,323. And I've never listened to a single one. And Danielle, thank you so much. The $20 super chat said Eugene wrote a book. Trump began defaming her. She decided to sue. The court said she had to prove she was raped. She did. She was liable for, he was liable for essay and defamation. He defamed her again. He sued and lost a second time and won. He lost the appeal. But Kamala Harris had a weird laugh, guys. Kamala Harris had a weird laugh. can't put her in the office. Imbeciles, dude. Literally crazy. Thank you so much, Danielle. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. And thank you all so much for the Hail Satans and the 666s in the chat. I really appreciate you guys. Hello, how are you?
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Doing good. I'd like to discuss either foreign policy or the border.
Awesome. How old are you?
21 years old.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Yep.
All right. Well, you pick one. I don't care. Tell me your favorite.
Hello?
Oh, shit. I hung up on that guy. Well, hold on. I got to try to get him back now. I clicked the wrong button. I feel bad. Was this the guy? Dang it. I accidentally hung up on that guy. I literally was trying to... I was trying to get rid of the other... I was trying to get rid of the other caller. It was an accident. All right. Well, this is the guy who called in second. So, hello. How are you?
Good.
Awesome. How old are you?
16.
Sorry, man. Please be of the age of an adult. Hello. How are you?
Hey, how's it going, man? How's your week going?
It's great. How old are you?
I am 24 years old. Hold on one second. Give me like 10 seconds, all right? Is that okay?
You can get 5. Someone said, do women ever call
1.
in? Every once in a while, and it
2,
is
4,
it is
5.
it's
All right, I'm here. I'm here.
it's not good. It's somehow worse. It's somehow worse. It's crazy enough. But you guys can go back and look. I had a great debate with Montana. Well, it was great for me. All right. Anyways, do you still support Trump?
I do and I don't. You know how it is. A lot of people.
No, I don't know how that is at all.
No, I'm actually kind of fibbing, man. I just wanted to, like, anybody who's like a MAGA supporter in the chat, like, dude, it's so stupid. I've kind of been going undercover, dude. Like, it's so dumb. I try and like change people's minds because, like, if you're a Christian and you believe that this guy is actually a Christian, like, you are so out of left field, man. Dude, read 2 Samuel chapter 6 if you're a Christian and you still support Trump. Like, he's like, it does not match up at all. Honestly, that's all I want to say. Like, it's so stupid. Like, there's no consistency.
Yeah, I completely agree. But have a good one, all right, man? When did I debate Montana? Oh, what was that, like a couple weeks ago? It was it's on my YouTube page someplace. It was I mean, I had a blast. I had a great time. I don't know if it was reciprocated. She kind of ran. I beat Montana. I beat Montana so bad that freaking what's that other girl? Millie was in the chat requesting, and she ran just because I beat Montana so bad. It was hilarious. Anyways, hello, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing good. Can you hear me okay? I have you on speaker in my room.
Yeah, how old are you?
I'm 29. I'll be 30 next year. I'm old.
Awesome. That's not old. Anyways, do you still support Trump?
Yeah, well, I do because of like the utility I see it brings to my life. But that doesn't mean I think he's like the second coming of Jesus or whatever. I see him as useful, so I support him in as much as he's useful.
Okay. Well, I don't know what that means or why I should care.
I think that policies that he's implementing benefit me in my personal life and my circle of friends and family. And so I support him in as much as he's doing things that is helping me. So it's just,
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't really care
like
about that.
patronage, but indirectly. But
Yeah.
I'm happy to talk about policy with you.
No, it doesn't sound like I'm
or
real
whatever.
interesting. Right? It doesn't sound real interesting.
So you're just going to hang up, man? Like, I want to have a good faith talk. Like, for real. I really did.
Yeah. No, I'm good. Hello, how are you?
Hey, how you doing, bro?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
I'm 39.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Do not. I'm a former deportee from the States, which is good, right? Like some of us.
Hey, bro,
who
I'm
know
not trying to be
America-
rude, but I'm on a short time frame, and I appreciate it, but like that reception is horrible, dude. Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm excellent. How old are you?
It's insane.
I am 30.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
I do, 100%.
Awesome. Why is that?
All right, so we can start with ICE. I support his
Black guys?
initiative to really push. Say it again.
Oh, thought you were supporting Black guys.
Well, going back to it, I think we maybe had a connection issue there. So let's start with ICE. Do you agree with the movement on how he's able to get illegal immigrants out of this country through ICE?
Yeah, ICE has always gotten undocumented immigrants out of this country.
Ah, okay, gotcha.
You know, ICE
So-
existed before Donald Trump, right?
Oh, yeah, no, I know, 100%. But using ICE to
Murder American citizens,
level it.
put people in
No,
concentration
you know-
camps, murder people
You
in
know,
those concentration
okay.
camps, beat up people, separate
Sure.
families, send people to torture prisons. Those are all new.
Gotcha. I mean, I don't know a lot about it, so if you could help, I guess, educate me, like, what are these concentration camps that you're talking about?
Yeah, like Alligator Alcatraz.
Okay. So you're saying that ICE is sending people to Alcatraz and killing them?
Well, to Alligator Alcatraz. Actually, most of the people that go there just disappear. Yeah, I think there's like, 1,200 people that got into Alligator Alcatraz. We don't even know where they went. They just disappeared off the face of the planet. I don't know what happened to them.
Okay. So they disappeared or they got killed?
No, those are different people. Those are the people that got disappeared. People that are getting killed are usually like in Texas and stuff.
Okay. So, but you said Gator Alcatraz was where they were being killed, but then it went to...
No, I said they
Which
were
one is
sending
it?
them to concentration camps where sometimes they're being killed. Then you asked me an example of one of the concentration camps, and then I said Alligator Alcatraz. I never put the two together. You just did.
Okay. I mean, generally, if I ask, hey, you mentioned that they're being sent somewhere to be
Sir,
killed.
I am on my way to vacation, dude. I do not have time for a weird semantics argument. Can we move on with the conversation, please?
Okay. Yeah, definitely. Well, I want to turn it over to you. I mean, what questions do you have for me on why I shouldn't?
Yeah,
support
why do
Trump
you
or
support people
any,
being sent to
statement?
concentration camps?
I mean, I definitely do not, but do you have hard facts on that they are being sent to concentration camps?
Do you know Alligator Alcatraz exists?
Do I know? Now I do, through you. Okay. Tell me more. If I've never heard of it, which I haven't until now, like, how do I know this is a concentration camp?
Because it fits the definition of one.
Okay. I mean, I've never heard of it before. Like, what?
I just
what
don't
are
know
they
how.
doing
I just
there?
don't know
Like,
how you're.
exactly is this working?
And I'm really not trying to be a jerk here, but like I don't know how you're having this conversation about immigration if you haven't heard of the largest concentration camp facility that they built for detainees in the United States. It just seems like just kind of crazy. Tor, thank you so much for the 4 DJ glasses. I really, really appreciate that. If you send one more, that will light up that gift gallery. And if you have it, I would really, really appreciate it. That would be very, very sweet. Thank you so much. I need 5 from one person, and that was 4 of them. Yeah, I'm just being I'm really not trying to be a jerk, dude, but like it seems like it's just kind of weird to like be like for his immigration policy and not know anything about his immigration policy.
No, I mean, I guess your biggest thing for not being for
yes,
it
I
is
am
these
begging. I
so-called-
want to see that thing lit up. That is so cool. It's the hardest one to get.
going back to it, right? So you're saying the biggest reason is because of these quote unquote concentration camps. And with Gator Alcatraz saying, let's say it is a concentration camp, what exactly is going on there that qualifies it as a concentration camp?
Sir, you didn't know it existed 2 seconds ago. How? What are you just? What are you talking?
Well, exactly. Like, let's say if I didn't know it existed, then I'm going off of your word. Then, I mean, teach me. Like, how is it a concentration camp?
Sir, what's a concentration camp?
No, I mean, you're the one teaching me, aren't you? Do you get your responses from ChatGPT and then just spew them out there, but don't actually?
No, sir. This is just like this is. I think you're confusing what we're doing here with me teaching you like your college classes. Okay, and like that's not really what this is. Okay, and while I do appreciate teaching people to a certain point, okay, and that is I do enjoy that for some people. Okay. I'm here to actually have conversations about politics with people, like where I can actually, have some back and forth and we can really get to the bottom of situations. And that's really, really hard if you're supporting Donald Trump on something that you know nothing about. And now I have to teach you all of it, because here's what happens is then I teach you about it and then you try to argue it with me and that is the most annoying thing in the fucking world to me, when I have to teach someone something in order for them to argue it against me. Okay. And that's just like really annoying. So what I will do, okay, and here's what I'll say, okay? You need to look up what a concentration camp. I'll give you some homework. You want me to be a teacher? I'll give you some homework, okay? You need to go look up what a concentration camp is. Then you need to go look up what Alligator Alcatraz is. Then you need to go look up how Donald Trump's ICE is acting like a Gestapo and killing American citizens, right? Then you can decide whether you actually support Donald Trump's immigration policy, and then you can come back and talk to me. Sound good?
Okay, so I would love to have that conversation. I really just have like two more brief questions. How many American citizens have been killed by ICE?
Is there a correct number that's okay?
There's no correct number, but there's always casualties. Are you referring to the one female that was attempting to run over an ICE agent and then got shot out of defense? Or
okay.
Are you referring
well, that's
to
not what fucking happened in the fucking slightest, but she was one of them. Yes.
Okay. Are there any others that
you
can? Okay. What others?
Sir, again, it sounds like you have a lot of research to do, bud.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
so
sir.
I will say
let's be very clear.
My last
sir,
point or question
no,
there.
Before we go any further, if
you're going to be a professional debater.
So the person that knows nothing about what we're talking about is now going to give me tips on how to do this. Okay, well that's impressive.
It is.
I can't wait to hear this. I've been doing this for years, right? And literally have just tens of thousands of followers. So I can't wait for you to tell me, like how I should, like how I could do this better. I really, really appreciate that. Why don't you go ahead and tell me, please?
Definitely. Hey, feedback is how we grow. So
there we go.
I would say if you...
No one fucking cares. Literally no one fucking cares. Holy shit. Literally no one cares. Literally no one cares, dude. That takes some balls, bro. That takes some balls. That takes some balls. Like, truthfully. By the way, Tor, thank you so much for the DJ glass. I really appreciate it. Sorry for begging for a second. I couldn't help it. It's the closest I've been to freaking lighting up that gift like forever. So thank you. I really appreciate it. Don't take it as offensive. I really do appreciate it. And thank you guys so much for the snow angels too. I really do appreciate that. That's crazy to me to not know that Alligator Alcatraz exists. And then to tell me that you're going to give me advice on how to debate people online is just fucking wild. I give him props though. I give him props. Yeah, I give him props. That you know, y'all make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really appreciate that. I just some days I just wish I had half the confidence of just like a mediocre white dude. You know what I'm saying? Just like anyways, wild. Kill, thank you so much for the happy poop. Memory, thank you so much for the happy poop. Masto, thank you so much for the happy poop. Adam, thank you so much for the 6-7. Yamona, thank you so much for the laughing disco. Shay, thank you so much for the $50 super chat. Said enjoy your time off, love your show. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. That is very, very sweet. Thank you so much for the huge $50 super chat. Can we get huge W's in the chat for Tor, who gave me those 4 DJ classes? So I'm going to get W's in the chat for that. And for Shay, for the $50 super chat. Absolutely huge. Thank you so much. That's very, very sweet. I really, really appreciate that. All right. I got time for one more. Hopefully this is a good one. Because I'm starting to think I shouldn't have got on today. I was starting to think I shouldn't have got on today because it has not been well. No, Tor, don't be sorry. That's what I said. I didn't want you to feel sorry for it. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Don't feel sorry. Please don't feel sorry. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you. Do not feel. I'm sorry for calling it out. I just couldn't help it. I was like, because the DJ glasses, the 5 by 1 person, are so hard to get, and I saw 4, and I was like, we're gonna do it. I just got all excited. I was just like, wow, but no, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Please don't say sorry for anything. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said anything. All right. That was on me. I apologize. Okay. I really do. Sorry. That was on me. I was like, wow, we're going to do it.
It's insane.
Wow. Y'all, if you'd like support, I do have super chats. I do have my live gift code. I have all my pay links in my bio at Polypolitics. So if you'd like support, I really appreciate it. Hello, how are you?
Hello.
Cool. How old are you?
42.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Yes and no.
All right. Well, I'm really looking for yeses right now, man. I apologize. Hello, how are you?
You hung up on me because you're a smug bastard. Goodbye.
Who are you? I have no idea who that person was. Do you guys? Did he even sound like you recognized him? I don't know either. If they were trying to prove something, I have no idea who it was. Hello, how are you?
Hey, how's it going?
I'm doing great. Much better than whoever that last person was. How old are you?
28.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Yeah.
Awesome. Why is that?
Well, I'm really proud of the Department of Justice today for arresting Don Lemon.
Why is that?
Well, he violated the law.
Which law?
And I was worried that the FACE Act.
The FACE Act? And what does the FACE Act say?
It's illegal to intimidate those who are and interrupt those who are conducting their First Amendment right to practice their religion.
And how was he intimidating them?
Well, he went into the church with a camera.
Not intimidating. That's
Oh, it absolutely is intimidating.
No, churches are open. Yeah, churches are.
According to who? According to who? According to you?
Who was he intimidating? You can't going into a church is not intimidating. If that was the case, then everybody who entered a church would be intimidating.
Did he just go into a church, or did he go into a church? A well-known journalist with his camera out, cell phone, came up to people, filmed them.
There's like a dozen, probably more fucking Supreme Court cases that say that filming someone and like doing press on someone is not intimidating somebody. Yeah, there's at least
in
like a
the
dozen.
in the church, absolutely it is. And
No, it's not.
You can't
Show
quote
me
one Supreme Court
I'm
case
sorry.
that says that.
The FACE Act says it's intimidating if you ever walk into a church with a camera.
No, it just says intimidating. And
Okay,
then it's
so
gonna be
what
up to the
law
finder-
says that it's
going to be up to the finder?
Yeah, so let me ask you
It's
a
going to be
question.
up to the
Okay.
finder of fact.
Yeah, perfect, sir. So there's like a dozen Supreme Court cases that says
So
that
the jury.
Sir, listen, it'll never get to a jury.
I'm listening.
It'll never get to a jury. But regardless of any of that, okay,
We'll
there's
see.
like a dozen.
Yeah, because you'll probably take a deal.
All right, are you going to allow me to speak?
Go ahead.
Perfect. There's like a dozen Supreme Court cases that says that that's not against the law. Okay, and
says what's not against the law. Be
using
specific.
like going into a building, filming, doing press in those types of places. There's like
Going to a
literally.
church?
Okay, sir. Again, I think I said this to the last guy. Okay, and again, I don't have the time today to repeat myself 6, 7, 8 times. Okay, this will be the fourth
but you're
time.
equivocating.
This is the fourth time I'm going to try to say my sentence. Okay, and you've cut me off every single time. So if you cut me off again, I'm hanging up the phone and I just won't talk to you anymore. Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm on a short timeline, and you guys' incessant interrupting
bro.
is
Go
just
ahead.
annoying. Okay.
Go ahead.
Oh, no, I need you to say okay. Like I need you to respond in the affirmative so that
Okay,
you know
go ahead.
when I freaking when I
Okay,
hang up
go
on
ahead.
you. Okay. That
Okay, go ahead.
Are you good?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So there's about a dozen Supreme Court cases that says that you're allowed to do that as the press. So no, that's not it. And you can't say that just because you're walking into a church, that automatically means intimidating someone, nor do you carrying a camera mean intimidating somebody. None of those things are intimidating someone, right? Now, if he was committing threats or he was, joining the crowd of protesters or something like that to try to freaking go against the church staff, then I could see how that would be intimidating. But not only did he not do that, he was just filming it from an objective standpoint, creating media. But he also interviewed both the church staff and and the protesters. He was completely objective and did both sides of this. And there is not a singular law nor Supreme Court standing in any way, shape, or form that will even get this to like anything, right? This will never go in front of a judge. This will be dismissed before this ever sees anything because there's no standing for it. This is literally constitutionally First Amendment protected right.
Okay, so you made 2 points. First point was that there are Supreme Court cases that say what he did is allowed. And your second point was it wasn't intimidating. First point, tell me the Supreme Court case that dealt with this. No, 1 second. 1 second. Tell me the Supreme Court case that said a journalist who came in to a church or any religious institution, I'll take, filmed and put his camera in the faces of people attending was not in violation of the FACE Act or was constitutionally protected.
Yeah, again,
if you can
sir.
give me a specific case that shows that
Sir,
novel issue.
that's a ridiculous question. All right, that's a ridiculous
No, it's
question.
not.
This is what
No,
you're
it's
asking
not.
for. This is
How is
what.
that- wait,
sir,
demonstrate how it's ridiculous.
I'm
Demonstrate
trying
how
to.
it's ridiculous.
I'm trying to.
Go ahead.
I'm trying to. Okay, is there a Supreme Court case? Okay, that says I can't spit in your face and call you a freaking, a slur on Main Street at 2:00, right? If it's raining, right? With 1 inch of sewer water near me.
Okay, I see what you're saying. So that would be a battery. And the reason we know that's a battery is because there are cases so similar to that in which it's been ruled a battery. Now, if you can find me a case that's similar to the facts that I just laid out and the facts that we know them, and I'll look at it, then maybe I'll agree with you.
Yeah,
but I don't think that
and,
case
and
exists.
so again, sir, and that's what you were asking for, right? You were asking, is there a Supreme Court that says that with a camera walking into a church doing this and that is no? It gives the ability. The Supreme Court cases show that journalism is not considered intimidation,
fair enough.
or interference. All right, and so that's what I was
Can I follow
saying.
up?
And it being a church doesn't change that, right? It being, for some reason, you're saying that because it's a church that somehow changes whether or not we have freedom of press, and it doesn't, right? Even being at a government building doesn't do that. Being in a private organization doesn't do that. Being in a religious institution doesn't do that. As long as you are just filming, right? And even if, as the FACE Act, right, which we have the FACE Act up, which is 8 U.S. Code, 248, prohibits the use of force, threats of force, or physical obstruction, right? Which he did none of those things. He did not use force. He did not threat force or physically obstruct to injure, intimidate, or interfere. So you can't, even if you're intimidating, that doesn't fall under the FACE Act, right? You have to be using force, a threat of force, or physical obstruction to intimidate. Okay, so therefore he doesn't fall under the FACE Act either.
Okay, first of all, to go back, you make a fair point about what you're saying about the Supreme Court cases. However, to clarify, I don't need you to give me the exact facts, but you do need to show me facts close enough to make it to where it's not a distinguishable case.
Well,
Do you understand
first
what
of
I'm
all,
saying?
sir, I've already, even without any Supreme Court case, I've already showed you that the only thing that you had to freaking arrest him on was the FACE Act, and I've already shown that the FACE Act doesn't apply here. So,
Right.
do you have any other law that
How
he
is it not
broke?
applied? Because
Like, I just told you, sir.
he was
did,
physically
sir.
obstructing people.
Where? Did you actually watch
He
his
was getting
video?
in people's faces.
Getting in
Of course
people's
I did.
faces is not physically obstructing somebody.
Yeah, when they were trying to maneuver around him and have
He did
their
not
worship,
stop them from maneuvering in any way, shape, or form.
they all stopped them from practicing their religion.
He did not
There's no
stop them
question
from
about
practicing
that.
their religion. The protesters
Wait,
may
did
have.
the church proceedings
The
go on?
protesters may have. Okay, and those
Right, and he was
protesters
among
being
them.
arrested. No, he was not amongst the protesters. He was just documenting the protesters. There's a reason
can
why
say
the
that all he wants.
protesters, sir, there's a reason why the protesters, okay, all were all arrested. Okay, because you have a freaking
Right, and so was he.
well, again, a week
Great argument.
later,
So was
after
he.
freaking after a whole bunch of people, after a whole bunch of freaking
Great
prosecutors.
argument, bro.
Yeah, sir, are you listening? You're not listening to the whole argument, and then you're saying great argument. You have to listen to the whole thing first.
You
sir.
made your point at the beginning.
No, I didn't.
You made your point at the beginning.
No,
Okay,
I
Paulie,
didn't.
go ahead.
Okay. What I was saying was
Okay.
the protesters were freaking arrested a week ago. Then they tried to get them to arrest Don Lemon, and then a whole bunch of prosecutors quit because they were like, "There's nothing to stand on." And then they arrest him. But that's just the same way they arrested multiple people under just fake charges in order to try to intimidate people because Donald Trump doesn't like the media or anyone documenting his, his freaking horrific crimes and shit. So
What horrific crime did he commit?
the murder of Alex Preddy.
Oh, I didn't realize he was in Minnesota.
Oh, he was.
Oh, really? Was he in the video? I didn't see him.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not very good
See,
at this,
maybe I
are
need
you?
to get some maybe I need to get some glasses like you, bro, because I didn't catch him.
I would try some brain
didn't
cells
catch him there.
first, preferably. But I mean, glasses might work
Oh,
too.
dude,
I don't know.
that was so good, dude. You got me there. Yeah, bro. Explain to me how he's the murderer of Alex Preddy.
Yeah, I
Or you're
didn't
just
say
being
he was the
hyperbolic.
murderer of Alex Preddy. Did I say that?
No, you said he is guilty of murder.
I
something
did
along
not
those
say
lines.
that. Yeah. Again, brain
You
cells
said he
before
murdered him.
glasses, sir.
Yeah, dude. I mean, look, you can use that hyperbolic language, but
Sir,
like,
if
it's ridiculous.
if Putin, right, sends his military, all right, to
Yeah,
destroy
to
a
kill someone,
small
they kill-
to destroy a small village somewhere, does he have to be in
Bad
that village
analogy.
for it to be a war crime, or can he just be in Moscow ordering it?
Okay, so you're saying he sent those border patrol agents to go kill Alex Preddy?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, and can you demonstrate that other than I just
Sir,
Trump is
I
mean for sending ICE?
would love to do that, and we can totally get into that. Can you
No,
please
you can't
explain?
do it, though, can you?
I can though, sir. But again, you're trying
No,
to
you
change the
can't.
subject because you just lost the argument
I'm not.
about being able to prosecute Don
There's no
Lemon on the
argument
FACE
lost,
Act.
brother.
Okay, so since you don't have the FACE Act to prosecute Don Lemon on, what is he going to be prosecuted?
Yeah,
on?
we do that.
Okay,
so
so you don't understand the FACE Act. All right.
I do. What are you talking about?
Yeah. So
What
nice
way
try.
don't I understand it? Oh, nice try. Yeah, great argument, bro. You folded like a lawn chair, bro. Go on your vacation, bro. Take your L. Pack up your bag. Make room in the suitcase for the L. Have a good one. Bro's giving me the silent treatment. Unless you want to loose in another topic.
Dude, I thought you were running. Why are you still here? Why do I still hear your voice?
Running, dude. I ain't running.
Yeah, you just said bye. Go away.
No, I'm wishing you on your vacation.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'm
I wish you
expecting to hang
well
up
on.
anytime now.
I wish you well on trying to become smarter in the future. Okay.
Oh, dude.
Oh, right. I don't think it'll work very well, but we'll get there. I hope one day, we We can always hope to try to be better. It's very, very clear that that guy read somewhere about the FACE Act and never read it, which I find hilarious. Like y'all, please make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I appreciate you guys. He obviously read somewhere on the FACE Act and just heard it said intimidate in there and then never read it. Do you actually, I don't know if you guys actually read like the rest of the FACE Act that was on here, but it's actually funny, all right? Because it says the FACE Act is actually the Freedom of Access to Clinic Entrances Act of 1994, making it a federal crime to physically obstruct to a clinic or to use the force, the threat of force, or physical obstruction such as sit in or interfere with to injure or intimidate clinic workers or women seeking abortions or other reproductive services. Interesting. It's literally to stop people from stopping people from getting abortions. That's what the FACE Act is. It has absolutely nothing to do with churches. Here's a little AI breakdown just to educate everybody else. Okay. To interfere with anyone obtaining or providing for reproductive health services or exercising the right. Oh, it does say exercising the right to religious or freedom. It says that on here. Doesn't say that on the other one. Maybe it does. So maybe it is over there. I don't know. It didn't say that in the other one, but it does say it on here. So I'll take the L on that one. Maybe it does have to do with worship services too. Okay. It was enacted to protect abortion clinics and staff from violent blockades or penalties, including fines and imprisonment. I've never heard of it this is a new one to me. I've never heard of it when it had to do with worship stuff. I've heard it many times when it comes to do with abortion clinics and stuff like that. But maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe it does do please the worship. But the truth of the matter is that Don Lemon wasn't obstructing anyone. Okay. Don Lemon wasn't obstructing anyone. Don Lemon was doing what journalists do. Okay. Which is filming and interviewing people and talking to people in the situations, right? And just remember, yeah, I know, he actually talked to the pastor. Just remember, when fascism takes over, when authoritarians take over, when dictators take over, who are the first people they go after? It's the media. They go after people like the media. Right? They try to arrest people like Don Lemon for recording. Or if you're just a normal citizen with a cell phone trying to record in order to put it online to show what the administration is doing, they murder you and they shoot you in the back. Sound familiar, anyone? Sound familiar? I'm going on vacation, y'all. I haven't even started packing yet. Ari's going to kill me. I will see you guys later. Y'all have a wonderful evening, and I will see you guys on Sunday with a joint live in the evening. Love you guys. Have a wonderful day, okay? Bye-bye.